Hi, everyone. Welcome to today's meeting. Co-creation. It's practicing being together so that we amplify this immense power of the soul, recognizing light, the light. Today, I gave actually a title to our meeting, and the title is Resistance to the Soul's Higher Path Causes Suffering. And I'm stating the obvious. And we can just inquire in this space, and maybe not from the mind field. How does that manifest in our lives? Resistance to the soul's higher path causes suffering. And it's not just about negating what is. That's the status quo of our egoic self-referencing structure. Is the craving for that which is desired and aversion towards what we don't desire. So that's one level. But how many times do we very clearly see, feel? It is an intuition. What is needed, what steps are needed to be taken, whether on the level of our health, of our relationships, what actions need to be completed, what discipline needs to be imposed. And notice, where does most of our suffering arise from in our lives? When we hear very clearly the voice of our higher self, and this type of work always allows us to deepen that connection with the Antaryamin or Antarguru, the inner teacher. There's never ever really and authentically a teacher outside of you. It's always just the remembrance of who you truly are. So resistance to the soul's higher path causes suffering, whether we choose to be lingering in a relationship that expired quite some time ago. That's my specialty. Whether it be a business relationship, whether it be a romantic relationship, a friendship. And I resisted many, many times to catapult myself out of that contract, so to speak, because it seemed like the easier path. The path of least resistance. And sometimes that's not the highest path. And I find that now we are not given a lot of leeway. I'm also noticing that a lot of situations from our lives, our experiences from the past are repeated. They're looped back into our reality. And then we are actually made to revisit those aspects of our lives now with a different level of consciousness. And just notice, inquire into your own life. How are you reacting to those situations, people? Are you entering the same imbalance of energy? So resistance to the higher path of your soul causes suffering. This sentence just really struck me a few days ago. And I just let it be infused, kind of like an overlay, as like a beautiful open-ended question. And see where am I sabotaging this higher choice? Because I am, in many ways. A lot of the times, what lies beneath that we do not have enough self-honor, and thus we don't have sovereignty. So what are those nuances in our lives that we still need to shed some loving awareness on? And never blame or point outside. Or do you still blame and point? Because it's always, the hologram just plays out everything that's within you anyway. So where am I still sabotaging myself through my choices, through my life? And this is today's inquiry. And a lot of the times when we work on an energetic level, we're going to then have a larger access to reading our own field, because this is the purpose of this work anyway. And until so you become so expanded in loving awareness that the identity structure, the self-referencing identity structure slowly steps to the background, into the background, and it's not dominating your immediate perception that much. It's still there. It's still the neuroticisms, just like Ram Dass says, the neuroticisms are there, the ego games are there. And what does he do? He invites them for tea. Well, that is a very beautiful tantric process. Like, be open to the darkness that you are, as well as the light, because there is no one thing, not on this plane, not on this plane. So let's start the process. Lately I've been called to actually apply some techniques, because then we go deeper into self-inquiry and dropping into our true self. So just sit straight, or if you're lying down, make sure that your spine is straight. We're gathering from all around the world. And just light up your spines, light up your pranic channels. We sit around the fire of consciousness together. And we ask to connect to our higher self. And that automatically asks you to step to the back body with your consciousness. Pull all of your attention and focus to the back body. We're always working with the spine from the back. If we're working with energy centers, chakras, then we're working with them from the back. Pull all of your attention and focus to the back side of your heart. And the sankalp, the intention of today's co-creation. And you can also set your own intentions. The sankalp is to have the soul's immediate discerning power. And that is called the viveka. And that is an agency of your buddhi, which is your innate intelligence. And already through these words, we're deepening into the presence of our being, slowing down the mental field. And what we are doing with the mental field is we are cradling it as a child. Notice, what is the mental field doing? Constantly screaming. He's asking for attention, asking for you to give away your power, your innate intelligence into the fluctuations of the hologram. You call that your life, or the experiential field. And you can ask your soul to be embodied here, allowing this softening into the vessel. That's what we're going to train today. We're softening into the vessel so that we can stand open-handed, intimate with life. There's a very, very strong heart field. Thank you. Thank you. As we are seated around this fire, activating the pillars of light, that work like tuning forks, harmonizing into our natural being. And as we do so, we translate the new earth paradigm into our immediate environment. Thank you. In order to tune in to that calling to the higher path of the soul. A gesture is needed. A gesture of the human. And it is called samarpan. Or humility. A so-called bowing down to the higher will. As Jesus said, thy will be done. And let everything else be deconstructed from around you. We're going to tune into harmonizing the three Devis, goddesses of our, who live in our spine. Working with the Ida, the Pingala, and the Sushumna. Of course, you cannot work directly with the Sushumna. It's by grace that it is being worked on. So sit straight or lie down. And you can use your pointy finger and middle finger to just put them in the middle of your head. And then you're using the right hand. And the left hand just stays on your lap, open to receive. And then we're going to use our ring finger and thumb to close either nostrils. Now, I've recently learned, for those who practice Kriya Yoga, that if you turn your neck either to the right, you close your right. Sorry, I'm turned to the left. If I turn to the left, my right nostril closes. So it's the same thing. If I turn to the right, my left nostril closes. So you can do that too. Or you can just close your nostrils with your ring finger and thumb. And what we're going to do, I'm going to count, and we're going to start connecting with the red current. We're going to pull it up from the root, from your tailbone, perineum, all the way up to your third eye. Linger, and then drop it back down. And as you're dropping it to the right side, you're dropping this white current. But I'm going to explain the visualization as we go on. So close your eyes. You can use the Ujjayi breath, which is this breath just at the back side of your throat, and it sounds like ha. Imagine like the waves of the ocean. And it's at the back side of your throat. It really calms down your nervous system. It's a very high, simple science. Drawing all your attention and focus back to the back side of your body. Okay. So close your right nostril and breathe in with the left to the count of 5. And it's a red current. Up, inhale. 5, and move into, just continue breath and move into the center of your head. Visualize this electric white, light blue light, and then close your left nostril and drop it down, white current. Exhale to the count of 5. 5. And then keep your left closed and inhale from the right nostril. Inhale. White current, stop at the center of your head. Contain. Close your right and exhale on the left. To the count of 5, red current. Breathe in from the same side, red current. Drop into the center of your head, expand. Contain your breath. Exhale on the right, white current. Inhale on the right, white current. Continue breath in the center of your head. You're calming down, calming, arresting the mental field. Exhale on the left, red current. Pull up the energy. Inhale. Red current. Center of the head, arrest. Feel your entire being. Within your being is your body. Exhale. Right. White current. Inhale on the right, white current. Contain center of your head. Exhale on the left, red current. Bring up the red current. Inhale. Center of your head, arrest. Drop deeper and deeper and deeper. And exhale on the right. Inhale on the right. White current. Arrest in the center of your head. Stop the breath. Stop the mind fluctuations. Exhale on the left. Red current. Inhale on the left. Center of the head, stop. Cleaning all of the channel. Exhale on the right. Inhale on the right. Drop into the center of your head. And Exhale on the left. And drop the practice. This is how you're rewriting your life. The life force is a pen. It's like an art of calligraphy. Your life force. Shakti. Now we've met Lakshmi, the goddess of beauty, art, abundance, sexual force. That is our central channel. Devi, Lakshmi. She's showing us now that this immense love force, she's saying, is trickling upward. It's like a fountain. It's trickling upwards, pushing up. These layers of being, the layers of energetic emanation. Notice she is actually always working herself through your body, so that notice she's pressing herself up through your feet, center of your feet, up your knees, through your thighs into the perineum. Purification, cleansing, reconnecting to our divine blueprint. Tailbone. I ask to strengthen the divine will, moving from the tailbone to the sacral chakra. Divine will, divine play, divine intimacy, divine ecstasy, divine co-creation for the highest good of all. Thank you. Solar plexus. We're moving up, pressing up. Divine blessing, grace of Shakti. Just let her dance up. conjure her beauty, her power, her might. And she's being held in the arm of the beloved. The fountain bursts into the heart. Let her burst into all the layers of your heart. Every single layer is the divine layer. It teaches you immaculate, unconditional openness, softness. We are fully harmonized now. Thank you. Thank you. We're still at the heart, allowing Devi to work through the emotional layer of the heart. Your heart is the altar of your inner guru. The gesture of samarpan, the bowing down to your own inner intelligence, humility. The thy will be done. So we move into the throat. Devi is climbing, dancing into the throat. There's a resistance in the field. Just relax the body vessel. I ask for the clearing of any and all implants, overlays, holographic inserts, miasma, to be transmuted in the field. Stabilize. This is where you attune to the higher will, voice, expression, the ask, and it is given. Thank you. And the last dancing place of Devi is in the center of your head. Open to the benediction. And she meets the beloved. Visualize the crown open. This just relax so that she can merge with the unmanifest, that which is giving power to Devi to play, the beloved, unmanifest consciousness. It cannot be described. Any attempt at doing so fails us. Allow to be baptized by this immense waterfall of light. It's the lightless light of your being. Merging with Devi from above. And it's pouring down your body vessel. It's so magnificent. Just allow. Stay still. This is the healing. lay your heart onto this altar of fire, allowing this fire of union, Shiva and Shakti, to burn through all of the karmic blocks, grantees, all of the resistances to the higher path. May they all dissolve. So it is.